Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Rando fans. Welcome to the third qualifier for the Spring 2021 tournament. I am Demon RHK, and I am joined today by Demon's Druid. Druid, how you doing today?
I'm doing mighty fine. Had some good breakfast.
Great to hear. Well, we're already off and on our way here, so we've got some more fun action coming for you. We got a standard start here in the rainstorm. Druid, since we're doing a standard start, what do you like to see in the escape? What's your favorite weapon to do this with?
Well, given that I personally am not that great at rando, I also always like the sword start.
Fair enough. Got to go with the old mainstay there. Personally, I got to say I'm a Canis Samaria fan. I just love throwing blocks at the cards. It's fun. Well, we're coming in here. We're going to see what we're dealing with today. It looks like, it's everybody's favorite. It's the bombs.
Well, you gotta be very careful with using those. But at least if you save them well enough, you get to have bombs for the escape, for backup escape.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about very careful use of your bombs here. You've got 2 blue guards you got to get through. You got a green guard you got to get through. So minimum, you've got 5 bombs right in the open, and at least you can save them on the ball and chain guard with the pots here. So we'll have to see if we get some careful bomb usage to be able to save that one. The big key with this, if we don't find another weapon, is bombs plus key rats don't always play nicely.
Yeah, but what we did see in next to Uncle, guards are in the bomb pool.
Well, that's even better. We're just going to get free refills all throughout the escape here.
Good bomb placement so far. Oh, combos. You love to see
great combos. All right, so filling you in while we're going through the escape here, we've got ourselves an early morning qualifier. As I had mentioned, this is the third one throughout the month of the end of March and the middle of April here, that we're trying to get everybody else their 5 races so we can see who's going to qualify for our next round. In this race, it looks like we have 59 entrants this morning, which is kind of crazy considering the time slot. But hey, it's really friendly to some of our friends on over in the European area. Isn't that right, Druid?
Yeah, it's very friendly for me already. So it's 11 a.m. for me. So yeah, this is very much favorable for more EU people.
All right, so on Restream here today, we have Tam on your left and Linlinlin on your right, showing us both some great bomb combos. I've got to admit, just really solid, one into the other, just clearing these rooms with absolutely no problems.
Yeah, and just from these top runners, you expect some good routing and good execution, which we're definitely seeing right now. And also, we've already seen the map and the small key in the front of escape here. So we're just going to get items.
Yeah, unfortunately, $5 is not the items you want to see.
I mean, with $5, you could buy lunch.
Yeah, a little bit of lunch money. Maybe just to get the kids a weekly allowance, something like that. All right, slowly making our way back through here. Gonna make our way into the back of escape, find us a key rat. We got us about 4 more chests back here before we pop out into the sanctuary.
And then the map opens up. We'll probably be seeing people go towards Kakariko first.
Yeah, it all depends. I mean, your standard start, you're going to go toward Kakariko. Maybe you check the Lumberjack. Maybe you just skip it, get your Lost Woods out of the way. Me, I'm not in this qualifier. I'm not exactly a top-tier runner. I ain't even a mid-tier runner. I love myself a fake, or not even a fake flipper, but rather a Houlihan. If you don't get the flippers, jump off, get yourself some free money, because you always got to take the Zora gamble, in my opinion.
Yeah, and if there's a good item on Zora, you can just say it's the tax for the seed. You just got taxed for playing this seed, 300 rupees.
Exactly.
But we're heading into the dark section now of escape, where in standard you always get the free light cone.
Yep, we get the mysterious... Zelda's carrying a lamp, but she's not going to give it to us, so we still get the light cone here just because it's standard. Otherwise, that'd just be mean. All right, back here in a dark cross. Let's see what we got hiding. Hey, we got a couple more bomb refills.
This start is very friendly on bombs. We got bombs on guards, and we already had 2 free bombs bits. So you could be a bit more careful or a bit more free with your bombs in this one.
Yeah, this has definitely been very friendly. So this is going to be really nice, even for our runners both on stream and those who are also running on the qualifier. You've got a lot of leeway here, a lot of room to give in case you aren't the most versed at bomb escapes.
Both of our runners also getting key rat with 2 bombs, so that's a really nice thing. And we got Moon Pearl.
Yeah, Moon Pearl, $50, and hey, more bombs. So you know it. Even though we haven't found much but bombs and money, the Moon Pearl instantly makes this, a good 5, 6, 7 out of 10 escape for me.
Yeah, given Moon Pearl is so important, it's just really nice to have this early. We might even see if we get Hammer and Glove or 2 gloves and let's venture into Darker early.
Yeah, I always love to see that early open of the Dark World. It just makes it amazing. Oh, well, speaking of your Zora money, $300. We're just, taking all the tithes from the church today.
Imagine the church just going around just spending a year or something getting that money and you just take it.
Well, if we're going by the vanilla game standards, the poor old guy in there isn't going to need it very long anyway.
Oof.
All right, so we got 1 going to see a tree pool, and just some rupees. Linlinlin is going to be coming up here, checking Thieves Drop, and checking the other tree pool. Gonna get a look in here. Oh, we're gonna get a look at Lumberjack too.
And more bombs in the forest.
Yeah, more bombs in the forest. We're passing up. Big 20 on the Lumberjack, so not needed. I go for there. $20 on the drop too. Not a lot of anything so far.
I do always like that the thief in the cave, drop down cave, just changes color based on sprite.
Yeah, it's not one of those fun little things that just gets added in with Rando.
You thought I was blue, but no, I'm red.
All right, and to Kakariko. One good thing about a bomb escape and all the bomb drops we've been getting, you're not going to need to worry about having to awkwardly route Kakariko because we've got all the bombs to open all the walls.
You would think that bombing these houses would make them structurally unsafe. So... Oh, boots.
Boots and a bottle. That's going to make it even better. And a lamp. Hey, dark rooms are no longer a problem. We're going to be able to get sick hit on the first pass of Kakariko. This is pretty hot so far.
I don't want to say anything necessarily, but we have Moon Pearl. We have boots. This could be a relatively fast seed. Cost their curse, hopefully not.
Oh, curse them all you want. We're not in the race. Let them get cursed. Hook shot on Ped, something like that.
Oof. But we have lamp. We have the. That's the 3rd bottle already.
Yeah, that's 3 bottles in like 2 areas here.
With 2 bees even.
The bee torps are strong this morning. Heart piece, rupees, and wow. Money is no longer a concern. I think are we close to the 750? We're almost up to all the rupees we need for the seat.
Uh-oh.
Minus 100 for a glove, I'll take it.
Dark World?
I mean, we're a hammer or another glove away.
Well...
I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
Now, this is going to open up different passages. Like, will we see someone dip straight into Dark World Kakariko or not?
You know what? Back at Tavern has the mirror. I'm going to call it right now. That way you can go up immediately, go in the Dark World, and just do all your routing in one swoop.
Oh, that would be... With boots as well, this seed is just amazing.
Okay, I'm glad it wasn't actually there. But yeah, I mean, you've got Dark World access at 9.5 minutes with boots.
And we can get the library item if we want. Which, red boomerang. Linlinlin is taking it.
I mean, even though we do have hard item pull on, we do have normal item functionality. So you don't have to worry about enemies being immune to stun. And it is good, especially if you decide to go to Dark World, to stun some of these things that you don't want to deal with, especially on Green Mail. You know, the little bags in the Dark Worlds that hit you for 2 hearts, just stun them and walk by.
Just say, hey, catch this. I'm just wanting to walk by now.
All right, so Linlinlin's going to come down. Looks like we got South Shore in the mix here. Tam is going to save a quit after seeing their big 20 on the race game that we don't want any part of that.
Oh, Linlinlin choosing to skip out on the dam. Maybe they're looking to go long way around to Ice Rock Cave, then maybe fake flipper, and look to then go to Swamp to Dam to then go Agina's Cave.
Very possible. Also, I like the play because you're also just kind of putting it off because, again, Mirror here puts so much Fire Rod. Okay. If you do find it...
Boom!
Okay. So, forget Hype Cave. We've got Mini Moldorm Cave.
And now we're going back to the dam. Agina's Cave afterwards, or...
I
have hookshot.
I don't even blame him.
A bit quicker.
Yeah, you can just hookshot clip onto the block now. It still saves you a couple seconds, a couple screen transitions. So for those of you who just missed it, Mini Moldorm Cave contained a hookshot, a fire rod, and a cane of Samaria. Tam heading in is going to be very, very happy when they kill these 4 Mini Moldorms.
And Blue Cane, I can get out of my words. Blue Cane under the water at dam.
Okay, chat, the name of the game is, are there any unique items in Dark World whatsoever? Because I think we've got about half the board covered.
This is looking partially like Seed 1, like Qualifier 1. That was also a really fast seed. Red pendants, red crystals at Mire and Palace of Darkness, with the green pendant I thought I saw at Thieves Town.
That's correct, and also a red pendant is sitting in Skull Woods, but rule 1 of Link to the Past Randomizer, pendant woods always has value.
I mean, as long as you don't have Titans yet, you're gonna probably walk through there if you want to get to Thieves.
Flippers, Bloomerang, Shield, Heart Container, and Hype Cave. Hype Cave is slightly hype, but not very hype, but it at least has got an item you need. So, Druid, here's a question. Say we find a mirror. How do you feel about a 14-minute a 14-minute dip of Swamp Palace?
It is interesting because it does have a lot of items. But I think you'd really want to put that off until you can go mode it, if that's possible.
Oh, of course, but it's just the fact that for a dungeon that needs like 5 different items, and you got access 14 minutes into the seed.
Yeah, that's a good argument. Not a fun one, but a good one.
All right, Hobo only giving us a little bit of love. Lynn coming over here, gonna check us a digging game. Let's see how many it's gonna take.
More bombs.
And blueberries everywhere. All right, Tam's got to save quit out the Sanctuary. We have a lamp, we have a glove, we have a hook shot. Death Mountain is looking... Well, the stop off of Bottle Crocs is looking very, very lucrative right now. And I don't think Lynn's going to be very far behind on that idea.
And in case you didn't have enough, more money.
I think that officially puts us over what we need for the seed total. Yeah, it's like 850 is right about where you need to be here. That's for absolutely everything in the seed. So yeah, money at this point is just worthless, even more than they usually is.
I mean, it's still worth money, but it's not worth anything to us right now anymore.
All right. We are escorting the old man back up home. A little bit of Hyrule Uber going on here. Lynn, having skipped the Lumberjack's first time around, is going to make sure, okay, this isn't a troll, right? This isn't Naga? And indeed it is not.
And we get Quake from the old man.
The old man was a spellcaster in a former life. He's just like, Quake everything.
I would argue that he uses Quake, or used Quake, to summon those rocks, the broccolis falling down the mountain.
Very possible.
Money inside Spectacle.
That's going to be a hard pass. Heart Container on top. Hard mode, one of the few cases where next time by you might actually consider that if you have the mirror and you're back up this direction for any reason. But that's, again, a very iffy scenario since we're going to be able to come around to get to Hera thanks to the hammer and the hook shot. All right, Lynn picking up their Quack medallion. They're going to be headed up and get their bad news about Spectacle Rock here. Tam coming into our Paradox Cave. Two in the lower, 5 in the upper. Let's see if we get more value out of the light world.
Blueberries and a piece of heart.
Well, it looks like for once we may actually... Well, I may speak too soon, but so far we've got our first strikeout in the light world.
Ten arrows, another piece of heart.
Single rupee, 20 rupees, and, well, half magic. It's not amazing, but it is something.
Yeah, I'd definitely take it in a seed if I can, but it's not necessarily a requirement.
No, but it is nice, especially having a safety, even if it is Brian as opposed to Cape.
Makes the safety fight for blind also a bit easier, a bit more manageable.
Another heart container up on the floating island. Lynn's collecting their half magic. Tam's coming around, going to get us a look into our first look into a dungeon here at Tower of Hera.
Biggie is underneath.
Yeah, it's very good for that. It's got the big key here. We're going to see what's in the lobby. Just a map. All right. Oh, really nice Hera pod in here from Tam. So, a little small minor glitch here. You can clip your way into that pot, jump all the way up here, and then come all the way, fall back down. You skip traversing about 3 floors here. Thankfully, since the big key itself was actually accessible, we don't have to worry about skipping the big chest here. If we do find a heart container as one of our 2 items, and we find a small key. So we've got a 50-50 if there's an item in the basement.
You would just want to hope for the runners that there's an item on Moldorm here.
Lynn having a little bit of a problem with the spin speed setup, but finally gets on the second try there.
And since we don't have a sword, we're stuck on Hammer Moldorm here, which Tam is just making look easy.
Yeah, hammer having tempered sword damage is 3 hits. If other than the issues with the hitbox on the hammer, it's going to be superior to just about everything you have in terms of swords.
I also missed what the item was on Moldorm.
I think it was the compass, if I saw correctly. I was actually on Lynn, looking at Lynn's side there, so I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, thank you, chat. Compass. So there is an item underneath in basement. which Tam is going back for a takeout now.
Yeah, with everything here, you're figuring, you know what? I might as well go in for it. I'd rather. It's one of those things that you have to think about the pros and cons of, and I think the biggest pro here to coming down to the base is that the fact that this is a qualifier race. So it's not about beating your opponent, it's about beating the averages. So you want to have as good of a time as possible. And skipping one item, if it's crucial, it could very, very negatively affect your end ranking here. So it's better just to take the 45 seconds now than lose 10 minutes down the line.
Yeah, definitely. And we see a good setup for the coffee break here. Standing on the tiles, on the blocks as they go up. Just waiting. Drink a bit of coffee.
Yeah, just go ahead, have yourself a small stretch here.
And that's the 4th bottle.
At least your collection's complete. Okay, I'm taking an intentional nap back to the door here because we're probably going to go check Spiral Cave after this. All right, Lynn set up their coffee break. Just going to sit here and chill out for a good 20 seconds. Think about the seed, especially with so many items so far. Gives you a decent chance to take about 30 seconds or so. Okay, this is where I want to go from here after this so that I can, just go and not kind of just sit there on the menu screen or run around aimlessly.
Now, if you think about this seed and your current position, where would you go after the Spiral Cave? Would you say go to Swamp, like you suggested earlier?
Well, with no mirror, it's going to make it...
Yeah, no mirror, true.
Well, that's a book, so how's desert sound?
It sounds dry.
Especially since neither of our runners have actually made it over to Agina's Cave yet. So this is going to be a nice couple of checks here. We're going to get Agina out of the way. We're going to get Ledge, all the desert. And again, desert is a crystal, desert is completable, you might as well get it up here. Especially, you gotta figure half magic and a fire rod, you're gonna make some really quick work of moldworms. Or rather not moldworms, but land molas. The other snake-like thing in this seed.
And we are, as if you could read Tam's mind, we are going over to desert here.
Yeah, good ideas from chat too here. Village of Outcast still outstanding. It's a good 3 checks plus a fully clearable Thieves Town. Both of these are going to be good options. I kind of like doing Desert first because it is a light world dungeon. It's just a little easier overall if you still feel a little insecure about 7 hearts here in Greenmail, 5 in Tam's case. Not to mention, you're going to want to probably at least dip into the front of Skullwoods just to see what it is, even if it is a pendant. Plus, Thieves is a pendant as well. So no value on the ledge today, just a piece of heart. Tam's going to read a book, get a little bit of literacy going, move some statues, and get into desert here.
Agnes Cave also being only $20 means that's a small bit of time waste, but at least you have now checked it and you don't always have in the back of your mind, wait, I haven't checked Agnes Cave yet. What could it be? Is it that one item I need?
Exactly. All right, one of our items in desert turns out to be a big 20. Thankfully, we got boots, so regardless of what this is, we are not locked. It's the small key, so definitely needed. At least logically. And I guess in our case, because we didn't get the big key in the first chest.
This is always such a fun layout for desert. You go to the middle, you go to the left, you go to the right, you go to the left.
It's just a lot of back and forth. It's not quite as clean as coming in from the other direction. When you're coming in from a mirror from Meyer, because that's just so fast, but you gotta like the just back and forth. At least it's clean because you have boots. If you don't have boots, it's just such a, a walk in here, walk in there.
And with the map being in the original big key chest, where would the item be? Would it be on Lanmolas or right here in regular big key chest?
That's a nice 50-50, but you can't chance it. So let's take a look. Oh, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Landmolas has an item.
So who dropped that item at Landmolas? Did you drop it in the sand and they just picked it up? Did you consciously give it? Or how would the Landmolas end up with an item?
Well, maybe it was Agina's originally, and he just kind of dropped out in the desert. I mean, landmolas burrow through sand. I mean, what's to say they just couldn't actually just burrow outside the dungeon and just kind of hang out in the desert and sunbathe it from time to time?
Now I can't get it out of my mind that just worms are out on the sand just sunbathing. Getting tanned.
Get that nice patina copper color they got going on, nice and green. All right, Tam making really good, really short work of the back of desert here. This is one of those dungeons where if you've got boots and a hook shot, it feels so good. It's just so fast, so clean if you can execute on it properly.
Can we get the one cycle on Landmolas here? Let's see. Setting up for it. Really close, but missed one fire rod.
Yeah, 5 hits first phase, one shot second phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Just a heart piece for our trouble, but that is going to fill up an 8th container for Linlinlin here. And then got a 6 going here for Tam. So we got through desert, got our crystal. Not a lot of as far as progression goes. At this point, I think we're going to be invested in the Dark World toward Outcast and Skull. I think that's going to be about your densest play left at this point.
Yeah, there is also currently still back of the closet, Old Man's Closet, that we have, and Eastern. But Eastern being a pendant, you don't really want to go there either.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's there in the back of your head, but it's... Again, the thing is here that it is going to be a hard item pool. So while there is only one bow available, there is 2 in the pool because they're progressive. So you're going to get 2 different locations where you can find a bow. This is one of those places where you love bow and a mirror and go over, clear your pod stuff, mirror over, check Shaz's closet. And, you know, if you need to dip into Eastern for look for items real quick, go for it. Looks like Lynn's going to get some of these Lake Hylia checks out of the way that we didn't get earlier. So going to check Hobo, get their heart piece, maybe go over, check Zora for us. And I don't know if, at least I didn't notice if we had checked Waterfall as well.
I don't think so. I think Tam went from Hobo to some other locations. But let's see, Village of Outcast checks. Full piece of heart. Nice, nice.
Full heart container and 100 on the random pool. Can't complain with that. Make money, get love. All right, into the green pendant we go. There are a lot of item checks in here. Definitely can't blame you. Plus, you get an extra one from the green pendant as well. 10 arrows is not the quality of items you want to see, though. All right, Lynn, having went back to Dam after getting their mini Moldorm cave, has not checked ice, so going to come over here and get their bad news once they get in here. But oh, if we can avoid getting absolutely bullied by the crabs.
Nice dodges all around there after getting hit.
Yeah, get light on the feet. Fancy footwork. So $50 and a vanilla big key here in Thief. Tam's going to go ahead and take the death and probably duck on out. Doesn't want to do the back. Just wanted to check the front floor, see what came out of it.
Linlinlin setting up the water walk-in. just to traverse the water just that little bit faster.
Yeah, unfortunately can't keep the state the entire way because you already got the flippers.
Ten arrows and some bombs. That's not really what you... Oh, mirror in brewery.
Yeah, Bomb House Brewery and Outcast is going to hold our mirror. That is very nice to see. Tam's going to jump down south, it looks like.
And I also see Mitts on Tam's side, which apparently was at Sea House. So Village of Outcast being a really nice place to go.
Yeah, absolute shout out to Chad having having the foresight to be like, yeah, Outcast, that's going to be the place. And sure enough, Dark World's got to be in here like, hey, we got the items too. Give us our own some break here, guys.
Hey, heard you wanted some expensive blueberries.
Yeah, most expensive blueberries of all time here. So mirror in hand, mitts in hand. Tam's like, I think this is telling me that there's a smith chain to be done.
Let's smith that chain.
All right, Tam gonna do hammer pegs real quick, running up the meter on that Hyrule Uber for the frog. Good for Lynn, though. Looks like Outcast is going to be about the next play here, and that's going to get some mitts, some mirror, and put Lynn back in a really good position.
Also, just a quick 30-minute checkup. What we still need for our go mode is a bow. We need an ice rod and 2 swords. We need a flute and possibly 1 or 2 more medallions.
Yep, all the medallions are still in Schrodinger's mode here. We're not sure what's what. Lynn gives us a cheeky pedestal check, and I believe it was a rupee hoard, which I'm not sure it's 1 or 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3 because we've already seen the 1. All right, so Tam's gonna walk this chest around. Lynn's just getting an Outcast after having to check a couple of extra things.
That's 1 medallion.
Well, that gives us 2 or 3. Odds are better now that we don't need to worry about those.
Oh, Tam leaving behind the chest.
It'll only be 1 screen behind.
Linlinlin here. Gonna grab the mirror.
I think Tam has went ahead and set up the small glitch here where they are still going to count as having the chest, if I'm not mistaken, or I might be actually be completely mistaken on that. It looks like we're just coming over to check some other things. No, contrary to popular belief, as you see on the screen right now, this is not swordless. We just haven't found any. That's our whole hiccup here. They do exist, we swear.
So, just to come back on it, we have the mirror now. Swarm Palace, anyone?
I mean, I like it being in the neighborhood. If you're Tam, at least. It's just got so many checks, and with the mirror in hand, you can full clear it, but you've got a lot of options on full clearing things now. I mean, you can full clear. You got 2 pendant dungeons you can full clear, which let's absolutely try not to do that. Swamp's full clearable. Ice is full clearable. Yeah. Lynn picking up their mitts, going to be happy about that. Tam is going to get at least a look at this and see what is on this pedestal, or rather tablet, and it's just Couch Cash. Pedestal we already know is actually just a little bit better than Couch Cash. It's a lot of cash. Can't clear Skull. That's correct. Unfortunately, no sword. The swords, that's one of the couple dungeons it's actually hard required for. Tam is absolutely looking like it's going to be a swamp play here.
Just 20 green rupees at Smith's. So that's probably be the mill upgrade.
Yep, that's got to be, so green 20s don't usually exist in the vanilla game, so that is just an indication it's one of our hard removed items. Of course, since we don't have our progressives yet, it's one of the non-progressives, meaning that was one of our mail upgrades, one of the removed heart pieces or heart containers.
And first real item out of Swamp here coming up.
Yeah, this isn't keys, so that first one has to be the small key. And we got a lot of love, so hey, another heart container, and thank heart at that.
If you were hoping for a different item, that finding the sank heart might make your heart sink.
Well, Tam was a little low on health, so I guess that's the best of the worst case scenarios. Lynn checking up here at the south of Grove. Gonna go ahead and pick up their ether.
Now we're getting to the main body of Swamp Palace.
Yeah, we're through the appetizer, and now we're into the entree. All right, Tam coming north side here. We're gonna see if we're gonna on how many of our little techs and minor glitches we're gonna get to see here. All right, so we're filling up, drowning the key because we're gonna use another small minor glitch, diver down. Basically using the Cane of Samaria to shove Link up to the edge so he'll dive into the water. Get him just clip through, dive down, and here you are. You're walking underwater. Who needs iron boots in Link to the Past? We just use Samaria blocks.
That is some nice tech. That significantly makes Swamp a bit faster.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the way that Tam routed that actually paired it up with a delayed crystal switch activation, which I believe is optimal there. So you set a bomb, it goes off, but because of, to be honest with you, I'm not the most versed in absolute sorcery, the crystal switch doesn't activate until you come back onto the screen. And there's our fire shield for our last shield upgrade we're going to see for the seed. Unfortunately, we were removed in the pool due to the hard item pool. And it just gets the crystal switches to activate late so you can go south and not have to worry about walking all the way around.
Yeah, and although I am a druid, I am not one for magic either.
All right, Lynn starting their dive in here. Going to get, unfortunately, as of thus far, not a lot of high-end value. Just a little bit of, health so far is about all we've seen. All right, we're going to check on the vanilla compass chest down here, one of the longer ones to do in this dungeon. Oh, more blueberries.
That's 4 items down already here in Swamp Palace.
Now, this is one of those times where you do not want to see dungeon items because we haven't got the big key yet. It's somewhere here in the back. And that's one thing you never want to have to do if you want to be fast is come back in here. All right, we're going to get to see another example diver down here. Just squeeze your way in between the blocks. Get yourself a couple of free chests. Some blueberries and a compass. Two left back here, and I do believe we already had the map too, so I do believe it's the item for sure up there in the big chest. Oh, nah, I spoke too soon.
Uh-oh.
So again, it's one of those things that's slow, but it is a qualifier race where you're just trying to make sure you're not in the back of the pack here. What do you think, Drew? Is this a case where you try to fade out that big chest, or do you absolutely come back in for it?
If we get the big key here, then I personally would go back, just because it's an item and it might help. It might be a sword.
Yeah, the dream here is we don't see the big key and it's self-locked.
And now we have the menu boss, double hookshot hammer.
Hey, if you can get 2 on each hammer swing, that's just that's the dream. Well, the swordless dream, I guess. Answer question in chat. Yes, absolutely. Especially with this logic being on advanced, the big key itself can be self-locked inside the chest. It's one of the few dungeons that can do that. Tam slowly working through here. The good news is that, you do have the optimal strats. You got the boomerang. That's just like the optimal menuing. You've got boomerang and no ice rods, just perfect back and forth.
Yeah, that makes it just so much easier to menu around.
So Lynn already back here. I will be honest, Chad, I had not been looking very astutely at Lynn's side, but I would be led to believe by the time they're back here that they may have skipped the left side, which we know is a good play.
Lynn did indeed skip left side. And we get the big key right here. So let's see if Tam decides to go back in. I think Linlin will go back now, finding the big key, but Tam just has the big key chest and they are going back in.
Yeah, I can't blame Tam for that at all. Again, it's one of those things. You gotta be as complete as possible in what you're clearing here, just for the sake of safety. Lynn, having made probably a little bit better play overall, will have a lot more reason to come back in and be a little bit more happy than Tam, who probably said some very unkind things under their breath when they saw that.
Lost $50.
And it's the Womp.
And a really nice quick kill there from Linlin at the last phase.
Yeah, especially the way you decide to try to take that out. So hammer on Argus last phase isn't actually the easiest thing in the world. Hitboxes are terrible.
Yeah. And we're getting an Ice Palace dip here from Tam.
A full clearable, crystal, decent number of items, can't fault them for it. Especially since you can still pretty well full clear because you have Samaria, even if you do something like, say, Icebreaker, which we might get a good look at here. Lynn definitely going back in. It looks like on the afterwards, having the big key chest and the left side. Not going to find a lot out of it, but again, you just gotta, you can't leave anything out here.
Really nice Pangator room here. And we got our first sword. 43 minutes in. We have a sword.
You see, chat, we told you, we weren't lying. Swords exist.
They're just late.
Yeah, better late than never. All right, so Tam's going to come up here. Looks like we're going to be... Oh, nope, just flipping the switch, coming back across, thinking, hey, wait a minute, I'm going this way. All right, Lynn going to take the long way around here. No delayed activation, but still going to do Diver Down, having already activated and drowned that key, so we can still pick it up on the back end. Tam ice breaking through, grabbing their first chest, going to come down here and just start clearing out a complete deluge of what's here in Ice Palace.
That's the key.
Unexciting, but necessary.
That's a bigger key. Nice stair clip.
Very nice stair clip. Oof, unexciting thus far. All right, big chest. Ah, just a compass.
Hey, at least now you can see where the boss is.
I know, right? I don't know where it could be. No, seriously, too much crisscross keys. I don't know where the boss is.
Just play entrance. Oh, you know what would be very annoying? A dungeon entrance randomizer. Inside dungeons and randomize the entrances.
Yeah, well. All right, iced tea room is going to be our last check here, and it's been a very fast ice palace, but it's been a very, very sad ice palace.
I didn't pay full enough attention. Do we have an item on cold stair here?
There might be. I don't know if we've gotten 2 or 3 keys.
Chat helping out. We do not.
Okay. I was gonna say. I think it's the 3rd key. I was thinking it was the 3rd key. Oh, Lynn trying to set up icebreaker. I think they got the. All right, clips right through.
Nice cold stair fight there from Tam.
Running it down to the wire on the magic, but you know, it doesn't matter how much magic you have left as long as the enemy's not there.
So the only things of worth from Ice Palace is a crystal and a sword.
I mean, two required things out of a dungeon. Not the required things you wanted to see, except other than the sword, but at least it was something. The sword will give us a little bit more access if for some bad reason we end up having to go all the way to Mothula.
Yeah, we can clear Skull Woods now.
All right, Tam's gonna clean up. Looks like we're gonna clean up some checks here. Gonna go ahead and get our waterfall, get our Zora out of the way, pick up some expensive blueberries. So after we Lynn cleaning up Ice Palace, Tam going ahead and cleaning up some of this overworld, where do you head from here?
Based on the number of things we can do, I think we'd want to leave Turtle Rock for last currently, as far as, or at least as far away as we can. Palace of Darkness being a crystal means that's a good choice to go. Or if you just want to clear it, you can also just go Skull Woods to Thieves Town. But that's 2 pendants.
Yeah, it's 2 pendants. I think that I gotta kind of agree here with Chad a little bit. I think that the play, if you don't get any payoff, is Saha's Closet into Pod myself, but it looks like Tam's deciding the Dark Death Mountain is going to be my play. Super Bunny plus Hookshot Cave is a 6 chest. Does have, I think, at least a life ability potion in a bottle, along with a full magic with half magic. Spike Cave could be on the table as well.
And we're gonna get the check for what Turtle Rock Medallion will be.
66% chance we'll just crack it on the spot. All right, unfortunately, Lynn's running a little low on magic. It looks like we're going to be... Oh, nope, we're saying forget that. It's magic time.
2 more rods, 2 more swipes of the fire rod, and down goes Cold Stair. And we need bombos for Turtle Rock.
So yes, the bombos is going to be hard required, so that's another one into that pool. So we need bombos, we need a flute, we need another sword, we need a bow. Still, for being 49 minutes in and having quite a few dungeons complete, this isn't bad at all.
Not much in Super Bunny.
Yeah.
Hookshot Cave, save us.
Yeah, save us, Hookshot. We need something here. Otherwise, it's going to be uncompleteables and pendants are going to be the name of the game, and we do not want that. All right, 4 chests. What do we got? We got 20 rupees. Lynn's opting for the closet play. We got a heart piece. We got 20 bucks.
And mushroom in Saha's closet and nothing in a Hookshot Cave.
Fetch quests. You gotta hate fetch quests.
Oh, Linlinlin also going through Dark Death Mountain right now, it looks like.
Yeah, again, with density and overworld, it's one of those things you can't blame. Tam's gonna be cheeky here. Get that second tablet check. Another rupee hoard.
Spike Cave, and otherwise it's probably going to be in Palace of Darkness Eastern combo.
Yeah, so we got, this is one of our last overworld checks. The only other places we haven't checked as far as our overworld is concerned, and it's a bust, it's a heart piece, unfortunately. Well, I don't think we've seen from either of our 2 runners here Bumper Cave, we haven't seen Graveyard Ledge, and we haven't seen King's Tomb.
That is true.
As well as our Mushroom Turnip. Yeah, very nicely in the line. The thing is, we haven't had much cause or need. Catfish, I guess we can add on to that, as well as Pyramid, now that I'm thinking about it. We haven't had much causality to actually make it over to the east side of the lower part of Dark World. So Tam coming straight in. We're committing to the pod play here. We'll be going the long way around, probably mirroring into Saha's closet on the way.
Gonna find out that Hookshot Cave is a bust.
Yep, just 10 arrows in that last chest, unfortunately. Lynn gets the bad news that Bombos is going to be one of the medallions you're going to need here. Tam finding the fetch quest is going to go ahead and head out here, continue their way probably directly into pod. Which you can't fault him for, because there is a lot of items in pod, even if you can't get back to the boss. Well, you can get to the boss. Well, not quite, but you can get toward the boss, at least a room, and they get really sad.
Do we have a blue potion to skip the bow requirement? Or not necessarily skip, but say, haha, I don't need the bow.
Tam has a potion. I do believe it's a green one still. Lynn had to use theirs on Cold Stare.
Small key, so we are not bow locked.
Yep, we're going to crack the middle,
yet.
go on back. Lynn's going to save and quit. We're going to see where Lynn decides to go from here. It's to Link's house, so I can't help but think that this is going to... nope, we're going to head south out here, it looks like.
They've done Hype Cave already, so...
This is probably going to be a pyramid play. A pyramid catfish into... or at least pyramid into pod.
Another small key for Tam.
And unfortunately, it's one of the things about logic. Logic always dictates that you use the keys in the silliest possible way. So pod's one of those places where the game just has to throw a ton of keys at you to make sure they can force you in the right direction.
No bow, but we are going down the bow side. We have a red potion.
All right, Lynn got a look at the pyramid. Must not have been much of value as we have passed it up with no fanfare. Oh,
Showing
Lynn.
across.
We're getting our checks, yeah.
Graveyard.
I like it. I like it.
Compass I saw, but not the other chest for Tam.
Doesn't look like anything exciting offhand. All right, we've got a graveyard. Oh, just money.
20 bucks.
All right, Tam, going to look at the very back here. We're going to see what we got. We got a
Small
key.
What would be the item you'd be most excited about finding right here?
And
the bow helps.
Yeah, that opens up a lot. So one of our 2 progressive bows is sitting in there. Tam is hoping against hope that we kind of locate the other one in here, and that Lynn would come across a green 20 in their future travels to pod.
Just the timing on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Lynn, not leaving nothing to chance here. Looks like... Oh, maybe I'm false. Oh, no, we're going to turn into the mushroom. That's nice.
We're skipping out on the opportunity to fake powder now, though, for Lynn's side.
It's one of those things where sometimes you just got to take the risk. And I'll be honest with you, what, 2 items from Gomo? 3 technically? I can't really fault him for it. The odds are quite low. All right, so Tam has hammer yumped across. We're getting the checks in here, and unfortunately, it's all a bust.
So logically, right now, we're bow locked to further complete pulled.
Yep, Tam's deciding, all right, forget it. I'm coming into Eastern. There's like 3 items in here. I might as well. I'm already here.
Catfish is gonna give us money.
Yeah, it's a pass.
First chest in Eastern is the map.
Yeah, definitely not. You don't want to see dungeon items right here. You don't want to have that earwig in the back of your mind that, uh-oh, there's something on Armos. Especially when you're already bow locked out of 1 dungeon. Got us a hook shot, save a couple screen transition.
Master sword.
So one of our other swords is in Pendant Eastern.
It's a nice item to have, especially going later on if you find the third sword tempered. You'd be very comfortable already on Master Sword, but should be even more with tempered. That's the big key. So let's hope the compass is not in one of the next few chests.
Absolutely. This is for like your item, please. Linlinlin coming over to a now fully completable pod. Uh-oh.
Compass in the big chest.
So there's an item on Armos.
So Skullwoods, Thiefstown?
Skullwoods. At least the front of Skull. It's... You can call it superstition all you want. Pendant Woods always has value. Alright, cracking it open. Just arrows.
And not bothering with Armos. So that is one item we're orphaning right now. We're leaving behind.
Yeah, but frankly, if we're clearing a non-green pendant boss, something has already gone dreadfully wrong. Unless it happens to be the ice rod or the bombos.
Or flute.
Or the flute.
You know what? If oh no, wait, we know pedestal. Green pendant flute, anyone?
Oh, that's evil. I love it. All right, Lynn getting the unexciting part of pod out of the way here. Tam's going to go check, give us a look at what was on the pyramid again, since we have deigned to miss it the first time.
And it is just a piece of art.
Is it even randomized? All right, so quick update. We're 1 hour in. For those of you who have just woke up and joined us here, this is our third qualifier for the Spring 2021 Link to the Past tournament. This seed started off with a bang. We had a bomb escape standard with lots of bombs extra in escape, just in case you ran out. We found everything pretty much in the light world in Kakariko Village. But since then, we've had a little bit slim picking since then. We do know the location of one bow that Tam unfortunately has not found yet, but it's probably going to be coming across soon, judging by their portal placement and what they're checking. That's going to be in King's Tomb. Lynn's got that up and is going to go ahead and be able to full clear this pod. We are still looking for an ice rod, which is mysteriously missing. We are also looking for a bombos that is required for Turtle Rock, and we need a flute so we can get into Mire.
I'm gonna pick up the 20 rupees now, or at least see them. Probably not pick up. They're at 500 rupees, that's more than enough.
Yeah, you can pick up some potions later. I know Lynn picked up a few potions, which I absolutely cannot complain about because, especially as rusty as I am, Green Mail, Ganon, Master Sword Silverless, or even Tempered Silverless, not your friend.
At least we have half magic for that fight.
Yeah, at least we have half magic so you can just cape through phase 2.
Looks like Tam is going to King's Tomb right now. So we'll be picking up that bow and feeling a bit sad that they didn't check it earlier for the pod check.
Yeah, I think this is about to be a few more unkind things under the breath, kind of similar to that big key off of Argus, but we will absolutely see how Tam decides to go from here. Probably clean up, and I would probably wager maybe to at least go back and clean out pod. You might as well, the crystal's there. Just to get it out of the way. Unless they're really destined to go to thieves at this point and say, like, you know what, I might as well go get the green pendant and make it worthwhile for 2 or 3 items over that direction. Lynn's got some impressive routing going on, just absolutely making mincemeat of the routing in this dungeon.
Yeah, just really clean execution as you expect to see right here. Now Tam looks to be going over to Bumper Cave Ledge and possibly into Skull Woods after.
Let's see what's on the bumper.
Some big bombers.
Yep. All right, Tam's gonna be our first runner on screen here into Value Woods. All right, even with one hit, that was a pretty turtle room. And just a small key in the, what is it, normally the big key chest. Looks like Tam's going to be headed right for the back, or is maybe just grabbing an extra key? Nope, that's a fire rod. We're going back to front. Lin may only be on Master Sword or on Fighter Sword, but Bo makes just a pincushion out of the Helmus King.
And we get the map. And Tam choosing to get Mothula out of the way before going to check the underneath chest.
Yeah, at this point, Tam's just like, you know what? Forget it. Boss is gonna die. I can get to one of these, I swear. So 9 hearts, no magic, Master Sword hammer.
Going for spins.
Spins, got some hybrid hammer strats in here, getting some good hits on those hitboxes from the side. Playing a very patient waiting game here. We'll let Moth come to you. There we go.
Clean fight, very clean fight. For a map.
For a map and a pendant. Not even a good pendant, but a pendant.
And we know we don't need this pendant because Pedestal is dead.
Pedestal is dead. We didn't know about the item. Lin picking up their Master Sword. Gonna be happy with that. 1 item closer. Just 2 away now for them. 3 away.
And that's the compass, so goodies in the front, trash in the back.
I told you, you always check the front of pendant woods. It's always got a value. Calling out, it's the ice rod. The ice rod's in there. Tam getting the bad news about the rupee horde.
Even if we get the ice rod, we still need bombos to enter Turtle Rock. So what would be the worst place for bombos to be? Misery Mire? Oh no. Oh. Bombos on Armos. Oh no. That would be bad.
Nah. Bombos on the magic bat, and Armos has the powder.
We can fit the shovel in there as well.
Yeah, let's put the shovel somewhere in that chain. I mean, we're gonna caster curse. Let's caster curse.
That's a piece of heart.
Len's gonna go ahead and go back to Armos for that 1 item here.
An interesting hookshot that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, one of those very thin clips through the spikes, very similar to being able to run through the bumper, just one of those very small pixels. Well, it looks like I might be the liar here on the value woods. We got 1 chest left, just the big one. We're going to see if it's there or nowhere.
Hey, it's the flute. Let's go. We can enter Mire, possibly, if we get Mire to be Quake or Ether.
Worst case, we open up 3 checks between the Mire shed and the checkerboard. All right, so from an overall perspective, since we have a little bit more knowledge, we know that we are just getting 1 item closer to Gomo, just 2 to go for us here. Tam sitting just 2 away. Lin still needs that. Oh, hey, there's our powder. It was on Armos.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a witch. I swear I'm not a witch.
Will Lin check it out right now, or will they wait on it? Looks like they're making a beeline for it.
Well, yep, Hammer. We're immediately going to check that powder. We're not leaving that outstanding.
If it's shovel or bombo slash ice rod, that's gonna be annoying. And that's gonna be very bad for Tam as well. And that's our tempered sword.
Yeah, so there's our 3rd sword location on Mire Shed. We're gonna get our check. We're gonna get cursed. What are we cursed with?
The curse of a piece of heart.
Curse of a little love.
Who wants love anyway?
Well, not Lin, because Lin is, I think like 1 heart piece away from maximum health in this item pool. Same with Tam.
Looks like Lin is now going to clear Thievestown and Skullwoods. And that is an ether for Meyer.
We can get access to a fully clearable mire now. Lin's going to be very happy if we go north. Well, I don't blame him. I don't think Lin's been into Thieves yet, and it's just so dense. Oh, maybe.
Can I also just offer a shovel in the very last chest you can check in TR, which then hides the ice rod?
No, let's go a little bit better. Let's go Mimic Cave. Mimic Cave shovel into ice rod. All right, so Lin already had cleared out the front. He's going to go ahead and clear out the back of Thieves here. Tam coming across a small key on the bridge.
Very nice dash from Lin there. Getting that really nice pixel dash.
Yeah, that is not easy. Again, may not be the best player, but I get that like 1% of the time.
I only get it when I get lucky.
All right, last check upstairs. Crack open some ceiling, do some redecorating.
Yeah, you need some light in that lower room. Like, just having no light in that lower room makes it so much more annoying to just be there.
Yes, unfortunately, Blind does not seem to be a fan of open concept living, but they'll live. Or not, usually at the hands of a sword.
And that is a big key. Just a couple chests left to go, and there's Bombos in Meyer.
Tam finding all the value. Tam's now just looking for that ice rod. Give us the ice rod.
Was that also all the items in Misery Mire so far? I don't think so, right?
No, Tam's still checking.
We have big chest and we have vanilla Bicky left. Map in Feastown big.
Map in Mire big.
If you think about this seed, what would have been the optimal routing right after you get done in Kakariko? I think going to Village of Outcast to grab your Titans and your mirror.
Oh, by a long shot, because then you can just do the entire south loop around and just mirror back and forth between everything. It's like, oh, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna check Hype Cave, immediately mirror over and do Mini Moldorm.
Ooh, Lin missing one swipe and going off script here for the blind fight. But still a very nice fight.
Yeah, thankfully Blind's one of those that it's a very static fight. It's 9 hits no matter what, but all the Blind's hits pretty much do 1 heart to you no matter what, so it's not one of those scary fights like accidentally running into eyes on Vitreous or something.
And as far as I could see, nothing of interest in Thievestown, except for that green pendant. Possibly a green pendant interesting, at least.
Yeah, Lin, if Lin's looking through here, the one thing Lin wants is now that ice rod on the green pendant.
And that's something Tam absolutely doesn't want.
Yeah,
very nice dash strats.
Yeah, just dash strats, get rid of all those. We're going to just pump 8 arrows into the eyeball. And we get a refund of 2 arrows.
Lin is going to be grabbing their flute here soonish.
Yeah, gonna be happy with that. I wouldn't be surprised if with flute in hand, Lin opts to just skip out on the back of Skull, which would be absolutely the correct play, of course.
Yeah.
All right, Tam, bow in hand, back over. I think we have a date with a Helmasaur King.
Ooh, a king.
Yes, it's a fancy date. Unfortunately, we have no clothes upgrades, so we're going to be underdressed for the occasion.
I should have definitely not done this seat then, if we want to have nice clothes for this occasion.
Len with the flute immediately switches to the mirror. We want nothing more to do with this pendant dungeon. We're leaving.
Going to be activating that flute and fluting over to Meyer. While Sam is going to be getting that Helmasaur King check going out now. And then Tam is looking to be faster to Turtle Rock, which I would have... Wait, no, Bombos.
Yeah, he has Bombos, so... Yeah, he has Bombos. It was in the lobby chest in Meyer. So Tam has got this to finish and is immediately going to be headed up to Death Mountain with Turtle Rock on the mind. At this point, I do believe that it has to be in Turtle Rock for the Ice Rod. There is nothing else that we have skipped.
Very technically, you could say shovel, but realistically, no. I would still count that as being in Turtle Rock if you get shovel and then shovel leads to Ice Rod.
Yeah. It was Turtle Rock adjacent.
And that is also the tempered sword for Linlinlin. So both runners will be more than comfortable getting that cannon fight out of the way later on.
Yeah. Dipping into checkerboard, seeing the arrow of destiny, the single arrow. Going to have nothing to do with that. All right. Tam's just going to go ahead and slash this out now that he's got a tempered sword for this compared to the fighter that Lin had for this fight. Over in a heartbeat. Lin cracking open the door on Meyer here.
Oh, and Chad correctly pointing out, we do have Pyramid Fairy open with Meyer and Palace of Darkness being cleared.
We also have the green pendant we have not checked, so there is a couple of places it could still be. But still, 3 overworld checks versus what's in Turtle Rock. I mean... The high percentage play is maybe you check the Pyramid Fairy and then go Turtle Rock. Especially if you're Tam, who has nothing close to having thieves cleared. Tam is even saying nuts to Pyramid Fairy. We're going to Turtle Rock. We're going to go to Turtle Rock. We're going to be done with this.
We're going to be hopefully done with this. Very interesting seed so far. It was very open at the beginning, and then we got narrowed down by a couple items being in less than ideal locations.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've had some pendant value all around here. But again, you got to take it with a grain of salt. With a seed that started like this, with absolutely everything just handed to you at the start, there had to be a slowdown point somewhere, and it was definitely in the middle of the seed, where we ended up full clearing 3 crystal dungeons that had nothing at all in them. And 2 of those were very large when it comes to full clears in both Swamp and Ice.
Yeah, true. And we are now entering Turtle Rock for Tam, while Linlinlin now grabbed Bombos.
All right, Lynn's feeling pretty good. Got the bombos here. Gonna go ahead and full clear out the rest of this, it looks like. Or rather, not full clear, but go ahead and clear out the rest of these chests so that you have the good indication and value of what is where. Ooh, Lynn a little low, pulling out the powder. We're gonna get us a quick refill.
Quick swap makes all of this just so much better. Just so much more clean, so much faster.
Yeah, I mean, quick swap fixes everything except for Argus, because you still want to menu that fight because things are so far away if you try to quick swap versus the menu. Dan picks up the big key and the small key over on the Firelock side of Turtle Rock. Not out of the ordinary, but it is nice to have that big key in hand, so it's already there.
And another small key, which makes this next chest possibly be an item.
Come up here, get our item from our key from the pokey and our possible item from this room. Chain Shop's one of those rooms where it looks so awesome when you do it like this and you do it just straight up, but it's so easy to actually get done. Hey, blueberries. That it's one of those things that you can learn super easy, but it still looks just so smooth, even though it's not one of the most difficult tricks.
Powder was on Armos, and Tam hasn't cleared Armos yet, so Tam does not have powder yet. I don't think Tam will ever go to Armos.
Yeah, the Armos had powder. Powder led to a piece of heart, so Tam is very likely not going to be picking that up.
Victorious fight here for Linlinlin on the right side.
We're opting for spin rather than dash strat. Still not bad. Immediately clears all those eyes out. 8 more arrows. We're going to end up with a net gain of 2.
And now Linlinlin will probably also make the trek up the mountain to Turtle Rock.
Absolutely. Again, the only other thing that might be on their mind here is, do you do the Pyramid Fairy? Tam opted not to. So far, it's not paid off. Don't got too many chests left, but we've got a couple. We got 1 outside, big chest, 5 more after that.
Mimic Cave for Tam right here.
All right, here it is.
Shovel, ice rod, piece of heart. The thing everybody wants.
All right, Lynn opting to fade those last checks and going to go ahead and head right up the mountain as well.
$50 in the big chest.
5 chests left in here.
Oh, Linlinlin getting dead rocked.
Everybody's favorite squirrels. 4 chests left. And this is the point where you're down to Laser Bridge, where you just get that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach.
If you're Tam, you're hoping for the ice rod. But if you're evil, you're hoping for a shovel and just worthless things. Now, what are you hoping for, Demon, here?
Oh, it's the shovel. You wanted just to sting that little bit more, twist the knife a little bit in. It's like, oh well, you know, they handed you everything at the start of the seed, and then they just stabbed you right in the back. A2 randomizer.
Getting the safety cave entrance open.
I mean, depending on how confident you are with your laser skips, can't fault it. You don't want to go running through the rest of the dungeon again.
First chest was a key. We got some more blueberries.
2 to go.
The map.
1 to
Lost
go.
chest. Shovel, ice rod, what will it be? 20 bucks.
Oh my god, the ice rod's not in here.
Okay, so what do we have left? We have green pendant. We have
Pyramid Fairy.
pyramid fairy, indeed. And I think that's it.
Yeah, we've got 3 checks left.
Tam is going for pyramid fairy.
It's the one he's got open. He does not have blind killed. And he really does not feel like having to go do all of the backup thieves here.
True. But if it is green pendant, oh, this seed.
If it's green pendant, Lynn is not going to feel good when they get to the end of Turtle Rock here.
It depends on what Lynn will decide to do. Will Lynn decide to go for the green pendant check over the more checks of pyramid fairy?
Thankfully, it's one of those things where you're right there. I mean, you take the bomb over and then, you know, it doesn't pan out. You just mirror back to the dark world, run over real quick, mirror. It takes, 4 screen transitions, 30 seconds.
Let's see. Big bomb exploding in 2, 1, boom.
All right, chat. Let's see where it's at. 10 arrows.
Ice
and
rod.
it's the ice rod. All right. So the ice rod was in Pyramid Fairy. Tam, unfortunately, with the double dip of Turtle Rock here, is going to take that intentional nap.
Well, that is in 1 hour, 26 minutes, and about 45 seconds for go mode. This leaves a couple of locations, or a couple of items that we haven't found yet to possibly be in, or to probably be in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still short. We're still short of shovel, still short of cape. Past that, we're short a lot of small keys in Ganon's Tower and probably a lot of big 20s. Oh, Tam played this amazingly. Actually went out and had the mirror portal and is back on Laser Bridge.
That is actually so big brain. I didn't realize. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't save and quit, kept it all the way through, and just the galaxy brain to be able to save that few minutes probably.
Given that they hadn't cleared Eastern, that is actually very smart, because there was either ice rolled right there and bam, immediately getting this, like we see, or they'd have to have gone to Eastern and then possibly even lose their portal.
Yeah, they would have had to, because they would have had to pull that green pendant out of Thieves. A nice quick fight from Tam, making absolute mincemeat of the Tyrannex. Mince Rock?
And it's the net.
Well, there's another one we were missing.
Yeah, it does net you a crystal.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at 1 hour and 29 minutes, Tam has 7 crystals. I think we're going to be headed into a tower. And, Druid, I think there's something that we usually ask the chat about this tower.
Well, yeah, we do. It's a quick walk over, but there are 21 locations where there can be a big key. And we need that big key to go up the tower. Now, where do you think that key might be?
11. It's an 11. Which
But
is usually somewhere
left or right side.
Usually somewhere in Rando Room. That's where I usually try to, I guess.
Linlinlin also looking to get that portal safe.
Yep, getting out there. Again, this is just one of those small things that separates, you know, the few minutes that you need to shave off between, you know, the super experienced and, you know, just that little bit extra to help you shave those few minutes off, maybe get you in that top 128 to get you into brackets.
Chests 1 and 2 were not it. A small key and a piece of heart, if I saw correctly.
Okay, I'm going to be going right here.
Chests 3 to 7 are coming up here. Nice block kick, as I like to call it.
Removed item in 3, compass in 4, shovel in 5, and the cape in 6. I believe that gives us a full Y menu.
It should. We don't have the mushroom anymore and a powder Tam never grabbed, but that's at least a full thing if Linlinlin goes right side.
Right. Gonna get a key on the torch for number 7.
Number 11 for you is coming up in this next room.
I'm gonna be in Dark Magician over here for Tam, the top Stallflow's room.
That is number 8.
Number 8. If you guessed 8, congratulations. You win the adoration of chat and of the commentator. Lynn picks up their ice rod and is about to just death warp through here. Again, this is the play. You can just death warp out because you've not killed Aghanim. So when you save and continue, you're going to save and continue into the light world and still keep your portal.
And the first person that wrote a number 8 in chat, as far as I can see, was Yop170. So congratulations.
GG's to Yop.
Very nice spike run there from Tam, dodging all the spikes.
Yeah, sometimes a little hard to get that timing down, sometimes a little luck, but it's always one of those things, other things, you know, it just feels good. And here comes the gauntlet. Now, you want to talk about execution. This is where the little bits of execution are going to save you lots of time and lots of hearts, too.
Ooh, nice dash, getting that second Stalfos here.
Alright, Linlinlin in the back door through the portal. We're going to continue and just get right in here to Trinex. Tam continuing to make absolute work of this. Oh, nice. One charge, one swipe over, getting through to that last room. Getting that nice fire rod bounced off the skull pots.
If you ever want to see how you do a quick gauntlet, just look at Tam right now. This is just, such good execution here.
Yeah, just really solid all around. You know, very few wasted ammunition shots from both the fire rod and the bow, if at all. And like these rooms coming up is just why it feels so good to use Cane of Samaria.
As a regular player, if you're playing this casually, you never really appreciate the damage Samaria can do. But as soon as you do this, if you speedrun or if you do ALTTPR races, then you start to appreciate that so much more.
Right. Lynn with a really solid Trinex fight. Got that really fast last phase. Didn't even get to the vulnerable midsection and it was over.
Tam not going for the magic refill.
If you got the magic with the half magic, you don't need it. You'll pick up the one up here in the room coming up. Tam absolutely didn't want anything to do with chess anymore. Already has on the maximum he can have of both already having a bow and tempered. Lynn cracking GT, gonna be headed in and just a shade under 140.
A very nice slash and spin from Tam here on Moldorm 2.
Hook shot across, pass by that chest, say bye-bye to it. Here we go. All we got left is Aga 2. Geometry the boss.
If you never liked math, I'm sorry, but you use a little bit of math here. So if you have some trauma, please look away. There's angles here. That's one blue ball, but 2 hits so far.
Yeah, nice for getting a slow double in there. Oh, moved away just before that one hit.
Very nice fight, very nice fight. And we are going to Ganon.
Headed out, we're going to be dropping in probably just a shade under the 136.20 mark. Lin picking up their Shovel Cape combination, taking the extra room to get the extra small key on the right side. All right, here we go. Phase 1. Lin gets their big key and is out and headed upstairs.
If I'm not mistaken, 12 slashes for the first 2 phases with Tempered?
Yes, 12 slashes, 4 slashes, and then 12 spins.
Tam on half a heart. This is getting close.
Yeah, this is tight.
I don't think Tam has a potion.
I don't believe so. I don't think they have a potion at all. I don't think they stopped when they did their around the top side of the world and got his bow.
Ganon being very annoying with his teleports.
This is going to be a little bit clutch here if Tam can pull this off. This is definitely a clincher. Already getting that lamp ready. This is one of those things. You got to do Silverless. You want that torch glitch.
Yeah, gonna be spamming it probably. Yep, there it is.
1. Lin with a nice fire rod stretch, just making nothing of these rooms.
We're currently still on 4 for Tam. If I counted correctly, that's 5.
Might not be getting every single hit possible in here, but when you're on half a heart, it's about the survival.
Especially if you're on phase 4. You really don't want to die on phase 4.
Yeah, this laid in, nice. This laid in, that can make a difference between quite a few places. So Tam says just got to make sure that don't fall going across the bridge, and we'll be good. Lin trying to clean up Landmo 2. Get to Moldorm soon. And looks like Tam has completed. It looks like Tam has finished with a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 34 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Tam. That will be good enough for Tam to take 12th place overall in this race.
That's a really solid time from Tam here. And Lin is going to be short to follow.
Yep, Lin coming through here, just gonna the first set of torches lit. Also gonna opt to skip the magic.
Not bothering with these mini Helmasaurs. Just, why would you even? Getting a nice bomb.
Alright, get your magic refill. Go ahead, jump down. Now we have Moldorm 2. Already get your hook shot out with a quick swap so you don't have to wait after the explosion for the death.
And they're on bombs now.
Details.
Just clearing their bombs. Like, I don't need these anymore. I'll just blow up this whole damn tower. Once again, Aghanim 2, the Moth boss.
Alright, let's see how Lin makes work of this Agnum 2. Pretty nice setup here. One. Oh, just one.
And 0.
Not playing the nice list with the actual Agnum giving the blue balls there and just stopping some hits. 1 or 2, depends on how they counted.
It was a 2, I think.
And that was a 3. I heard all 3 hit, and that is a very nice triple and on for Linlinlin.
Healthy on life, full bar of magic. This should be a comfortable Ganon fight here coming up.
Yeah, this should be a freebie. Lin also stopped to pick 2 blue potions up when they did their north routing through Catfish, so they were very, very comfortable going in here.
Just 12 slashes or a couple spins mixed in there, and that is phase 1 going to be done. Phase 2 is started. Also still 12 slashes. And that is phase 3 entered.
Nice, quick phase 1 and 2. Just got to deal with dancing with the pigs and the teleports.
Nice thing about ALTTPR is it actually has the an amount of teleports synced, and then also getting the torch glitch.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. The amount of blue balls and the RNG for Aga 1, Aga 2, and Ganon are fixed on the first fight. Now, if you die or you fall on Ganon, then we go off the rails.
I believe that was hit number 6 with 7 there.
Yeah, Lin making such short work of this, it's hard to keep count.
And there it is. Put your GGs in chat for Linlinlin as well. If they don't fall and trip off the bridge, they should have this.
All right, and Lin is through and finished. And Linlinlin will finish second on our stream for the race. Lin will finish in 21st place with a time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 33 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Lin.
There were a lot of finishers in between 138 and 143, 30-ish then.
Absolutely. So for a really quick overview before we have both of our runners get in here, we had our first place finisher was Brogor. The first place finishing time for this seed was 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 5 seconds, followed up by Arior at 120 in the late 124s and Dainty at the 126.28. Followed 1 second later by Doomtap at 126.29 in fourth place. So about the 125 was the top end of the pace, and as you saw, 5 minutes made the difference here between nearly a dozen places. It was a really tight finished race all around at the other top.
And as you can see, it also has so much execution, and we have some of the top runners here. being just so clean on execution, so clean on the routing, and then the seed just throttling just a little makes the seed just last that bit longer. But we are joined by both Tam and Linlinlin. Welcome and GG's.
GG's.
So what did you guys think of that seed, especially that opening?
With boots, I think it's kind of hard making the decision to go into their dark world immediately because you want to check that library. If I didn't have boots, I probably would have gone. But with boots, I'm just going to check the library, and that basically cost me a lot. Because, just go to school, I guess.
Dark world plays, because I just don't think you're gonna avoid doing South Troll, so I just want to do that, and then I just want to go dark world without guaranteed crystals, I guess. There was a crystal on Death Mountain, so I just went up there, and then it took me a million years to get to dark world, and when I finally got there, it was just pendants, so it was kind of frustrating.
Yeah, you see that Daysdown and Skullwoods are pendants. After I gave it, just went west because I didn't want to commit to going to Catherine or anything because I wanted to go to the mountain already. So I just took the short route. So when I finally went to Village of Outcasts, since I already did the digging game, I'm starting with Daysdown. And then you get the myths and the mirror, and then Skullwoods is not, you don't want to go to Skullwood anymore. You just want to go to Swamp, Ice Palace.
Yeah, I think the two pendants, and I was thinking, okay, well, it's not terrible to come back, especially that I don't have a sword. Maybe I want to end up doing the pendants because they're pretty easy pendants to do. So I figured I would just come back to that area later. Hit Swamp and Ice, and then I just kept finding reasons to not go back to Skullwoods.
Yeah.
Even when I went back, I figured that some people would have gone to Skullwoods first before Village of Outcasts. So that's why I went to Daysdown first as well. Because there's no way you're killing. I don't see a world where after getting the mirror and the mids from Outcasts, you keep going in Daysdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really you just had so much of the world after you got through South Shore as well that you can't be blamed for any of these routing decisions. You made the good decisions. It's okay, am I going a terrible pendant Skullwoods versus two loaded crystal dungeons I can full clear? No, I'm going these crystal dungeons every day of the week, and you guys had really solid routing all around. And even for you got to figure, even for your guys' times here, the 137, 138, you got to figure you got all the items. Tam, you're one item short of a full Y menu. You've got 166 collection, which is pretty bonkers for that kind of time finish. Lynn, you actually have a full Y screen since you managed to pull that powder off of Armos.
The only spot I have left before GT, minus the shovel that was in GT, obviously, was a green pendant, and that's it. That's the only spot I have left. And at this point, when you see all those finishers, you kind of have to med out a little bit and say those people don't have the green pendants, or just go to Pyramid Ferry.
Right. If you watch this back, you two were pretty well in lockstep, especially at the beginning. You would maybe do one thing out of turn, but then you guys would switch around for the next part of it. You're in lockstep almost right through Swamp, right through Ice. The only major changes was, the bow was a little bit. I believe, Lynn, you had the bow first. You actually were able to full clear everything on the first round over there through, whereas Tam had to go back after pulling it out of King's Tomb. But it was just really even with the completionist of it, you guys had really solid execution. I was really happy to see that. I mean, every set of it, and even with the required double dip for you, or not required, but the double dipper, you guys both needed to make up Turtle Rock, both doing really great job, portal saving, being able to get right in the back and lose a minimum amount of time on that.
That's one of the advantage, I guess, of hard mode, is that you're always on green mail, so death warping is easy.
After Ice Palace, when like I go to Ice Palace and I get my first sword there, I'm like, cool. The thing that this sword gives me is Turtle Rock. I was 100% planning on going into Turtle Rock.
Same.
So I couldn't even do that.
And I thought the same, like, I'm not going to pod. I still checked Sah's closet. I was like, okay, I have 2 medallions. Let's just, a cane and a fire rod, let's just go to TR. Nope.
Yeah.
No, of course it's got to be that Bombos buried behind the flute, which is buried in the pendant, and
Yeah. It was just like a seed where all my tendencies were to make the wrong decision. So it kind of shows in my finish time.
I mean, given that I faulted the seed, still being top half of the finishers is fine for me. I mean, my goal is to qualify for the bracket stage. And I'm always cursed when I'm on restream, so that's fine. I'm sorry, Tam, you had to do that with me.
It sounds like we were civilian first.
yeah, definitely nothing to be really disappointed about. I mean, Tam finna coming in here at 12th, and I believe Lynn coming in here at 21st. You guys got really solid finishes. It's going to be, the times are really good, and you're not that far off the pace. I think you're going to be really solid going forward through in your qualifiers here to make sure that you make brackets. Is this the first qualifier for both of you? Were you guys able to be in one of the first 2?
That's my first.
It's my first as well.
Well, if that even being your first, that is a really good place to start, a really good pace to start with. Going up from here will increase your odds going forward, guys. But thank you very much for allowing us to, take a peek at you here as you're running. It was very fun and, just a blast to watch you guys just blow through, especially the early and mid part of this seed.
Yep, thanks for restreaming us. It's always a pleasure being on SpeedGaming. Thanks for the comms, thanks to the tracker and SpeedGaming helpers, I want to say.
Drew, did you have any questions for our runners?
I think the only questions I had you already asked, so I don't have any.
All right. Well, runners, do you have any other comments about the seed, the settings that we've been running here for our qualifiers for our spring tournament? Any thoughts going forward?
No, I'm just, like I said, just qualify for the tournament, to the bracket station. We'll see afterwards.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, we got a couple dedicated runners here with very focused, going to get into the bracket, and then we'll be able to see them take on and hopefully knock out from there. Guys, we've got some links in chat here. Please make sure to go follow our runners. They put on a heck of a show here for you. Also, make sure to follow my co-com Druid here. Follow all of our restreamers, all of our trackers here as well. We've all been trying to give you the best that we've got here so far and going on. I do believe that we had, I do apologize. We had B-Links on tracking today. Sorry, B-Links. Also, let's see what we got coming up for you guys. So it looks like that the qualifier is finishing up here today. Our next qualifier, for those of you interested in trying to join in, making sure you're going to get your 5 in, looks like it's going to be Friday at 11 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time, so make sure to adjust accordingly for your local time zones. It's going to be a blast. Those late ones always draw out some very, very vicious sharks in the community. We'll have to see how that goes from there. Demon, Drew, do you have anything else to comment about what we've gone ahead and watched here?
It was a very annoying seed, or as far as I could see, if I would be playing it, I would find it annoying. it was good that it was a qualifier and not a 1v1 race. And yeah, other than that, later today, there will be more ALTTPR Randomizer, which will be the daily race, which is overworld glitches with randomized swords at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So if you want more rando, there's more than enough going your way. And with that, I am Demon's Druid. I want to thank B-Links so much for being the tracker here, because without you, we'd be lost in item world as well. And of course, Demon, thank you so much for being the co-com here. It was great commentating this race with you.
Oh, same, Druid. It's been great to be with you, be with our chat here. It's been a blast this morning, guys.
So once again, if you want more Randomizer coming up, you can head over at 2 p.m. EDT right here on this channel, where the Overworld Glitches daily race will be. Have a good day.